From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Rams. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, ready.
The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Gun.
Just beating the play clock is Newton. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Let's go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Jones. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Now we're going to get a stoppage. There appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
20.
Watch the run. Shit, watch the shit.
Great.
Newton now to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Now it's Newton. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here comes the Bears punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. This is taken at the 15. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
Ready. Mike is 59. 22. Here we go. Tight go. Hey, take that.
LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On second down now, it's McCoy. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. 58. Switch.
Protein spill. Bravo.
Let him go.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Hey, it's our house. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Hey, South. 20. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. His throw incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. And that's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check hot route. Hot. Base. Rush in. Let him go.
Now Ryan. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
12 yards on the return that time, and the Bears take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Bears first down.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Here's Newton. The left side completion to Jones. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Newton. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
14's the mark. 14, 14.
Throwing again is Newton. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. This one complete to Giovanni Bernard. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Here's Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
At the 47-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. It's a 5-yard pickup that time on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
From the 29, Newton. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Newton Flushed out right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Dawson tacks on the point after, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
I'm on.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up.
Now Ryan on first down. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jones. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check gun.
Here's Newton. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Taco Charlton just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way. Newton to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. To throw is Newton. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
To try again after the sack. Newton caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Here's Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for L.A. 46 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
152 fighter. Shoot! 20!
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know.
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Here's Gore. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Check, 59. I got you, boy.
On 2nd and 12, Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Tuesday. Get up.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And that will be incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, that's good for you, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And now it's second down.
Hey! He's coming. We got double up.
Check safety.
20. 31's the mic.
To throw again. Newton. He spots Henderson open left side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 35. Now Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot. And that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it. Couldn't get it. And it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
typically what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason we're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Ryan. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he's got this down to the 35. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan being chased out left to the goal line, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
22. Hey, I-7. Mike, check, 59.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll bring him back within 4. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Newton. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Ryan Kerrigan. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Off play action. Newton. And he's going to go down again. Ryan Kerrigan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
It's been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Take it at the 37. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Check, 59. You remember me? You remember me?
From the gun, it's Ryan. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Let's go.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Ryan. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Julio Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Again, it's Henderson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
On 1st down, Henderson. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now this throw caught left side. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 43. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Play action. It's Newton. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Howard. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 24-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Bears.
Back now in Los Angeles. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Now it's Henderson. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Newton now to throw. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
20.
Here's Henderson. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal.
20. Check 26. Check 26.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Cam Newton keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Dawson able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Ryan. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Ryan now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Ryan now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10.
Switch. Show Renee. Hey. Check.
To throw again is Ryan. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. This one fielded at the 5. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. And credit the tackle to Taco Charlton with a stop. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Gun. 8.
Newton. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way into the secondary.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Darrell Henderson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have once again taken the lead. Dawson tacks on the point after, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You see him.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Safety's creeping.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Ready. I'm coming after you.
Mike, check.
Hey, Alpha.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Now Ryan on second down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Jones. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a one-score game. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away. They'll try and run. Henderson, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darrell Henderson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Dawson able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
What we got?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for L.A. 59 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Ronald Jones, 92 yards as the Bears push further out in front. Dawson tacks on the point after, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Dawson on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand.
Pressure, and he he's taken down. A Bear sack. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Ryan. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Now Ryan on 1st down. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Ryan. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The former 1st-round pick, Vernon Hargraves, the one who was there defensively. I want to go back to something you said in the 1st quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Gun.
4 down.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. Eric Kendricks, the Vikings' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop.
2nd and 6 at the 5-yard line.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Bears, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.